Chapter 4. The Inner Witness, Atman. There is something in you that watches your thoughts, without being them. Hindu mysticism begins its deepest inquiry here, with the Atman, the inner witness, not the body, not the mind, not even the personality you answer to every day. The Atman is the silent awareness that observes all experience. When thoughts rise, the Atman sees them. When emotions surge, the Atman remains unchanged. Pleasure, pain, fear, ambition all pass before this inner presence like clouds across the sky. Mystics taught that most human suffering comes from mistaken identity. We believe we are our thoughts. We cling to emotions. We defend the ego as if it were our true self. Hindu mysticism says this confusion is the root of bondage. Through practices such as meditation, self-inquiry, and disciplined living, the seeker learns to separate awareness from what is observed. This is not suppression. It is clarity. A simple method is taught. Who is aware of this thought? Each time the question is asked sincerely, attention turns inward, away from noise and toward presence. With practice, moments arise where the mind becomes quiet, yet awareness remains vivid. In these moments, the seeker does not disappear. Instead, they feel more real than ever before. This witnessing awareness is not created, it is revealed. The mystics say, "You are not becoming something new. You are remembering what you already are." Chapter 5. Maya and the Veil of Illusion. The world feels solid, but Hindu mystics say it is more like a dream than you realize. The concept of Maya is often misunderstood. It does not mean the world is fake or meaningless. Rather, Maya is the veil that distorts perception. Under Maya, temporary things appear permanent. The unstable feels secure. The surface seems to be the whole. We chase status, possessions, and validation, believing they will bring lasting fulfillment. Yet even when attained, dissatisfaction returns. Hindu mystics saw this cycle clearly: desire followed by brief pleasure, then restlessness once more. Maya works through the senses and the mind. The eyes see separation. The mind reinforces stories of me and mine. Together, they construct a reality that feels unquestionable. Mystical teaching does not reject the world. It reframes it. The seeker learns to engage life fully while remaining unattached to outcomes. Action is performed, but identity is not bound to success or failure. This is freedom within participation. A classic comparison is given: the snake seen in dim light that later reveals itself to be a rope. The fear was real, but the cause was misunderstanding. Likewise, suffering is real, but its source is misperception. When Maya thins, life does not vanish. It becomes lighter, clearer, less threatening. The mystic walks the world awake. Chapter 6. Karma, Action, and Inner Freedom. Every action leaves a trace, not just in the world, but in you. Karma, in Hindu mysticism, is not punishment or reward. It is cause and effect at the level of consciousness. Every thought, intention, and action shapes the mind. Repeated patterns carve tendencies. Tendencies form character. Character influences destiny. This is not fatalism. It is responsibility. The mystics taught that freedom does not come from avoiding action, but from transforming the way action is performed. Action driven by ego binds. Action performed without attachment liberates. This is the heart of karma yoga: acting fully, skillfully, and sincerely while releasing obsession with results. When actions are done for approval, fear, or personal gain, the mind tightens. When actions are done as duty, service, or expression of inner alignment, the mind relaxes. Over time, this shift weakens old karmic patterns. Reactions soften. Choices become conscious rather than compulsive. The seeker begins to act from clarity instead of conditioning. Karma does not disappear overnight, but its grip loosens. The mystics assure us, you are not trapped by your past actions. You are shaped by how you act now. And in this understanding, discipline becomes freedom. The witness sees, the veil thins, action transforms. This is not belief. This is practice. Chapter 7. Meditation and the discipline of attention. The mind does not need to be silenced. It needs to be understood. In Hindu mysticism, meditation is not an escape from thought. It is the study of thought. Most people discover quickly that the mind resists stillness. Thoughts multiply. Memories surface. Plans and worries compete for attention. This is not failure. This is the mind revealing its habits. The mystics taught that attention is energy. Where attention goes, vitality follows. In ordinary life, attention is scattered, pulled by desire, pushed by fear, dragged by habit. Meditation gathers this scattered force. The simplest instruction is observation. Sit, breathe, notice. When a thought arises, do not follow it. Do not fight it. Return attention to awareness itself. Over time, gaps appear between thoughts. In these gaps, the seeker tastes stillness, not dullness, clarity. With practice, meditation reshapes daily life. Reactions slow, choices sharpen, presence deepens. The mystics remind us, meditation is not something you do for an hour. It is something you become. Chapter 8. Bhakti. The path of devotion. Love, when focused completely, becomes a spiritual force. Bhakti is the path of devotion, not blind belief, not ritual for its own sake, but the disciplined direction of emotion toward the highest ideal. Human beings are emotional by nature. When emotion is suppressed, it turns inward as tension. When it is indulged blindly, it becomes attachment. Bhakti offers a third way. Emotion is refined. Love is elevated. Devotion may be expressed through prayer, chanting, remembrance, or service, but its essence is inner orientation. The heart is trained to rest on something greater than the ego. Through devotion, pride softens. Fear loosens. Gratitude replaces restlessness. The mystics taught that devotion purifies intention. Actions become offerings. Success and failure lose their sharp edges. In mature bhakti, even the sense of separation dissolves. Love no longer seeks an object. It becomes a state of being. Chapter 9. Jnana, the path of knowledge. True knowledge does not add beliefs. It removes illusions. Jnana is the path of wisdom. It appeals to those drawn to inquiry and understanding. But this knowledge is not intellectual accumulation. It is direct insight. The central question of jnana is simple. What is real? What is temporary? Through study, reflection, and contemplation, the seeker examines experience itself. The body changes. The mind fluctuates. Emotions rise and fall. Yet awareness remains. From this investigation arises discernment. The real is that which does not change. The unreal is that which comes and goes. This insight loosens attachment naturally, not through force, through understanding. The mystics warn against mistaking concepts for realization. Knowing the map is not walking the path. True jnana ends not in argument, but in silence. Chapter 10. Raja Yoga and Mastery of the Mind. A disciplined mind becomes a powerful instrument. Raja Yoga is the science of mental mastery, often called the royal path. It integrates body, breath, mind, and awareness. Its foundation is ethical living, truthfulness, non-harm, moderation, self-discipline. Upon this base, concentration is built. The breath steadies the mind steadies attention. Attention reveals awareness. Through sustained practice, distractions weaken. The seeker gains the ability to hold focus without strain. This is not control through suppression. It is control through understanding. The mystics emphasize patience. The mind has been wandering for years. It will not settle overnight. But with consistency, inner order emerges. And with order comes freedom. Chapter 11. Liberation and the End of Seeking. Liberation is not reaching a place. It is ending the search. In Hindu mysticism, liberation is called moksha. It is freedom from compulsive identification, freedom from fear of loss, freedom from the illusion of separation. Moksha is not achieved by escaping the world. It is realized by seeing clearly. The seeker recognizes the witness as their true nature. Actions continue, life unfolds. But the sense of bondage dissolves. Desire no longer commands. Fear no longer dominates. Peace arises without dependence on circumstances. The mystics describe liberation as simplicity. Nothing needs to be added. Nothing needs to be removed. The search that once drove the seeker ends. What remains is presence. Clear, unburdened, complete. Chapter 12. Detachment and Inner Renunciation. You do not need to give up life. You need to loosen your grip on it. In Hindu mysticism, detachment is often misunderstood. It is not withdrawal. It is not indifference. Detachment is inner freedom. The mystics observed that suffering does not arise from experience itself. It arises from clinging. We cling to outcomes. We cling to identities. We cling to how things should be. Detachment does not mean abandoning responsibility. It means acting fully, without being bound emotionally to results. When attachment governs action, fear follows. Fear of loss. Fear of failure. Fear of change. Through conscious detachment, the seeker learns to meet life openly. Joy is experienced without possession. Pain is felt without collapse. Praise and criticism pass without distortion. This inner renunciation happens gradually. Each moment of letting go weakens unconscious dependence. The mystics taught that detachment sharpens perception. When desire loosens, clarity strengthens. Life becomes simpler, not emptier, freer. Chapter 13. Living Liberation in Daily Life. Liberation is tested not in silence but in daily life. Hindu mysticism does not confine realization to meditation halls or retreats. Its true measure appears in ordinary moments, how one speaks, how one listens, how one responds under pressure. Living liberation means bringing awareness into action. The liberated mind is not passive. It is attentive. Decisions are made without inner conflict. Actions arise from clarity rather than compulsion. The mystics emphasized balance. Work continues. Relationships continue. Responsibilities remain. But identification softens. Life is engaged, not resisted. The seeker no longer seeks fulfillment in outcomes. Fulfillment flows from presence itself. Even challenges become teachers. Even difficulty refines understanding. This is not perfection. It is steadiness. A quiet confidence grounded in awareness. In this way, liberation becomes lived wisdom. Not an idea, not a goal, but a way of being. If this resonated, like the video and subscribe for more chapters like this. Thank you for being here.